Namaste. What's going on, people? What's up? Namaste and namaste. Peace and blessings. Shalom. And what is going on? How was your weekend? What's up? Somebody talk to me. Don't forget, before I forget, hit that like, share, and subscribe button. I know a lot of people are probably distracted. People are distracted with all the things that's going on. Just try to remain focused. You know, everything is not as it seems. Today is Tuesday, and I normally have on planetary colors. Not today, no. I have on black. I think the shirt is black. Today is Mars. Today is the day where you make war or lust, not love, but lust. Today's a good day to wage war and go after someone. The color is red, like a blood red, like this color red. Like this color red. That's the color for today. Today is Mars. Hopefully y'all all had a good weekend. The weather is still crazy. I think the weather here in Texas is trying to break. It's back and forth. It's not cold though, but yeah. Hey, Need the Great, what's going on? What's going on, Sharon? Namaste, namaste. I'm glad you made it. Glad you made it. How was everybody's weekend? What's going on? It is 82 degrees, but it is cloudy. I hate when it's hot like this, but it's cloudy outside. Then again, they were spraying chemtrails yesterday and the day before, so I'm not surprised it's cloudy. You know, I hate that. I totally hate that. Let's see. Peace, Caribbean Grimoire. What new grimoires do you have that I might not have? Any? I looked at my book list recently. Earlier today, I got 1,163. 1,163 grimoires. That's just ridiculous. I got a subfolder that which is Chaos Magic. Oh, I heard somebody say that the other day that people are giving 86 and Sunny in Kansas City. Damn. People are giving Chaos Magic a bad name, and I totally agree. This idea of do whatever you want with no consequences is running rampant, and this generation or this current society already wants to do whatever they want with no kind of consequences, and just I'm a god. And then you got some people believing that, you know, simply for the fact that they have a bunch of melanin in their skin makes them all powerful. And just do whatever you want. You're a god, and there's no consequences. Bunch of bullshit. But that's what's running rampant right now. I can't remember which Facebook friend said it, but she posted it and said, this do what thou will. I mean, taking Crowley's words just and running with it. Like, do what thou will shall be the whole of the law. You still, for every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. Okay, that holds true, right? One of the purposes of magic was to rid the world of evil. Okay. But now they totally flipped it. You got people using magic to run evil, and just do malicious shit to people for no fucking reason. It's madness. It looks like the triple goddess insignia, Caribbean Grimoire. Um, Anubis, what's going on? Hopefully you are okay. We got ready for that. Greetings, cosmic chaos. We got that warning. Um, we got that warning for the tornado on Sunday, and we prepared again. It's gonna be like, I got the feeling one of these days it's just really gonna be like the boy that cried wolf. And one day we're gonna get one of these warnings and ain't nothing gonna happen. But what happened Sunday was that the tornado was spotted, I think, in Texas, pretty close to us, and it actually didn't make it here. So we was actually supposed to get rain too, and that didn't happen. So them playing with the weather constantly, I believe, my opinion, is what's causing all this nonsense. But yeah, I'm trying to find now. I'm looking to see which one of my Facebook friends actually said about chaos. I think it was Maha. I think it was her. Um, Let me see. Bear with me just 1 second. Um, I think this was the person. Because I would like to read it to y'all, what she said, because I totally agree with it. I should have shared it. I don't think I did, though. She said something about chaos magic. Um, I might not be able to find it. Um, Damn it. I wish I had bookmarked it or something. I thought that was a really profound post that she made. Uh, yeah, I can't find it. Damn it. I can't find it. Uh, ah, NASA is here in Texas. Namaste, brother Kunami. Peace and blessings, Sister Moonfeather. Oh, since they came, let me say that tonight on Clubhouse is our poetry night. Um, you have the Clubhouse app. Be sure to check us out. 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. Come and listen to some good poetry. You know, but yeah, what she said though made so much sense to me. She said people out here just doing whatever and just giving chaos magic a bad name. Um, Damn it, I wish I could. I'm trying to do a search on her page and see if I can find it. Can't find it, y'all. I'm looking, but I don't think I can find it. Um, shit. Anyway, she said people. The crux of her message was that people are giving chaos magic a bad name. Trying to create whole demons and doing shit. Just doing whatever, anything and everything their imagination can create. You know, what do I think about Kaba Kamim's books and his body of works? I don't know who that is, unfortunately. If you name a book, I might know the book, but then again, I would know the author by that name. That seems like a really original and unique name. Kaba Kabim. Is that what you said? Kaba Kamim? Kaba Kamim. Not sure who that is. You have to put me up on game on that one. Maybe it might have been Denise who said it. I was thinking it was one friend. It might have been, I might have thought of the wrong Facebook friend. It might be my friend Denise Alvarado who said this. Maybe not. I just cannot find that post. All right, but anyway, a lot of people are drawn to chaos magic for that reason. You can do whatever you want, you can create whatever you want, and you pretty much don't have to bow down to anybody. It all comes from within. Well, it all comes from within anyway, but that is the crux of chaos magic. The books by Phil Hine and Peter Carroll, those are the foremost books that you would, if you're interested in chaos magic, those are the books that I would suggest. Phil Hine, Peter Carroll. Okay? I got some myself. Oh, Austin Osman Spare as well, Chaos Magic. Here are some of the books by Peter Carroll. Like I said, those are the books where if you want to learn chaos magic, I suggest going to those books. Here are some by Peter Carroll. I don't know how Anton LaVey got there with the satanic rituals, but Peter Carroll has written extensive books on it. Chaosism and chaos magic, chaos and monasticism, Principia Chaotica. Yeah, all this is about chaos magic. There was one time I was in my chaos magic phase. It didn't appeal to me for long. I didn't stay with it for long. I went to the more established, uh, more established magical systems. You can never figure out the Clubhouse app. Peace and love, Garcia Vega. Clubhouse looks like this. We're going to be on tonight. You're going to get it on tonight. It looks like this. Tell me if you can see this. I know the light is kind of reflecting Um, but if you go to, that's the best I could do. Um, it's a totally audio app, and some of the rooms are crazy. Um, some of the topics that people be talking about. Y'all know what I mean. Someone asked me what did I think about. They asked me, it was a new subscriber who asked me to speak on Aleister Crowley or what I thought about Aleister Crowley. Uh, um, all I can say about Crowley is that he came here to do a job. All right. Here's what I know. He came here to do a job. He came in to usher in a new age, and a new age of Horus, okay, or Heru. He came in to usher in that age, an age of righteousness and justice. All right. He came in. That was what the book of the law was supposed to do. Okay. He got into sex magic and he learned how to bring about results from sex magic rituals and red haired women called Babylon. All right. Um, but what I found out, though, sex magic and drugs, I think was his downfall. Everybody here is for a purpose. Everybody comes here with a purpose. So he served his purpose, although I don't think he served at all. One of the things he was supposed to do, and it says it in the book of the law, one of the things he was supposed to do was to follow the Wanga and Obeah. Okay. In short, follow the ATRs, the African traditional religions. All right. He was supposed to do that. He never did. Right. His main thing was sex magic. Okay. Um, they called him the wickedest man alive. Okay. I believe he was Marilyn Monroe's handler at the Montauk Institute or whatever it's called up in New York. Do I believe he was a sinister man? No, I believe that, like I said, he came here for a purpose. He may have done half of that, but he did die broke and penniless. Okay. I think drugs was his downfall. It doesn't mix with sex magic. It doesn't. So, um, also, sex magic does not vibe with unstable people. There's a reason all the old classical grimoires warned against unstable people practicing magic. If you are triggered by something someone says, and instead of thinking of what's going on and why you feel that way, and causes you to react, it causes you to be emotional and remove that person from your circle. That's unstable. All right. And when you're supposed to be spiritually growing, little things like that should cease to bother you. Okay? Everybody doesn't evolve at the same time or at the same pace, right? But so-called spiritual people are supposed to be more whole. Should be able to work out their issues, internal issues. Yeah, that's the whole purpose of magic, is to spiritually evolve. Okay. I said this before, I'll say it again. When you get to a certain point, you'll see that race or skin color doesn't matter at all. It doesn't matter as far as magic is concerned. Okay. The amount of melanin in your skin has absolutely nothing to do with how you spiritually evolve or the results you get. You might have to just get used to the interface. Okay. All right. Which part is interesting, Cosmic Chaos? Which part? What was the other guy's name that you said studied under Crowley? I think the guy wrote some books as well. That would be Kenneth Grant. Kenneth Grant surpassed his teacher, Aleister Crowley. He surpassed him. He understood more in depth of what he was dealing with, and he wrote about it. Now, granted, Crowley wrote some books, but he always wrote in a way that was coded and more so for the adept. He didn't write for the masses. Okay. Now, Kenneth Grant wrote for the masses, and yet still is so advanced. You have to come to a certain point to understand what he was talking about. Okay. There are some grimoires out there that are just really for advanced people. Kenneth Grant's books all of his books are like that. All of them. All right. Where was I going with this? Not to say that you can't get what he's saying. Not to say. Oh, him being the handler of Manson? Oh, Marilyn Manson. Not Marilyn Manson. I'm sorry. Marilyn Monroe. Did I say Manson? I meant Marilyn Monroe. I did not mean, forgive me if I said Marilyn Manson. I meant Marilyn Monroe. Marilyn Monroe is who I was talking about. I did not mean to say Marilyn Manson. I think I saw a picture of him. That was still on my mind or something. Marilyn Monroe. Okay. Marilyn Monroe. All right. If you want to know more about Montauk, I suggest Azazel Bay's Montauk Project lecture is 5 hours long. I also suggest Stranger Things on Netflix. All those things happen in Montauk. Well, I don't think they say Montauk. They say it's somewhere else, but it's Montauk. The masses may still not believe in Magick and what it can do and what it's for, but you best believe the ones who run this world absolutely believe in all of it. Okay? Yeah, I did not mean Marilyn Manson. I meant Marilyn Monroe. Yes, Cosmic Chaos. That's correct. If you look at a book, if you look at the picture, if you look at a picture with him and Barbara Bush side by side, all Barbara Bush looks like is him with a wig on. That's how close they resemble. Okay. Remember, a lot of these things has to do with bloodlines. All right. Bloodlines. And they keep certain things within bloodlines. Okay. Cosmic Chaos, that is a very good observation. Barbara Bush's father or grandfather or something like that. He even had a daughter or transmission person named Candy Crowley. If I'm not mistaken, she was or is a news anchor for CNN. Yeah, she is. This is Candy Crowley. All right. Notice the features on this person. Candy Crowley. I have to go back and refresh myself on exactly how they're related. But again, these things always have to do with bloodlines. Ashe, greetings. Greetings, Oliver McNary. Namaste. Thank you. I try my best. Yeah, everything is not what they seem. And I don't like to go too far in depth here, and I do apologize for that. But I can only go so far because these people actually run this platform. All right. So don't want me to get shut down, right? I don't want me to get shut down. So that is my thoughts on Crowley. Okay. Also, always use this mantra because I know some people who refuse to do anything related to Crowley or to the person who wrote the Voodoo Gnostic Workbook, was an advanced book, right? This has always been my mantra, y'all. You need to adopt it. Take what you need, discard the rest. Take what you need, discard the rest. Take what you need, discard the rest. Stop getting into people's personalities or what they've done on a personal level. You know what I mean? What they've done within their life, what's publicized, any kind of sex scandals. If all we are concerned with when it comes to magic is results, okay? Of course, if you're training, you should want to know how things work, okay? But take what you need, discard the rest. That doesn't matter how it got there, okay? When magic has a void, it has to come out some kind of way. And I believe that was during the time of Crowley. There was a void there. Okay. And the being called Awash was bringing in or ushering in the age of Horus. Okay. A praetor intelligence force named Awas. Check out Bobby Hemmett's video on Awas. Awas dictated the Book of the Law in 1904 in Cairo, Egypt, at 12 p.m. noon in 3 days. Every day from 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. for 3 days came the Book of the Law. And the Book of the Law still to this day is being interpreted. Still to this day. Okay? I think again, what I think Crowley went wrong, one of the things he went wrong was not following the instructions. Supposed to follow the Wanga, or however you pronounce it, and the Obeya. Okay, that's the ATRs. Greetings, namaste, LMR, whoever you might be. I'm not trying to be funny. I've never seen that handle before. Where was I going with that? Where else was I going with that? Um, collect things. It's another suggestion. Collect grimoires now while they're still obtainable. All right. Collect them now. You never know when you're going to need something. Collect herbs now. Okay. I got herbs in my possession that I haven't needed till recently. And I had them over 10 years. Okay. Like mandrake root. I needed something to work quickly for a client. So I use mandrake, and that's what it's known for. But I had that herb in my possession for a long time. Okay. Books are getting more and more expensive. You remember the Hoodoo Encyclopedia is $8,500 on eBay. Now, no, I'm sorry. It was somebody who said they need the physical book. That might have been you, Caribbean Guimar, that need, I'm sorry, I'm not paying $8,500 for a 5-book encyclopedia. I'm not doing it. Each book is 1,000 pages. So from what I read, Edward Alexander was friends with L. Ron Hubbard. It's funny, it's interesting that you said this, because in my Kabbalistic magic class, one of the assignments is to watch the series Strange Angel. They ended it there. It's a great series on how Jack Parsons, and this is something I do, you can adopt it. It's a suggestion. Again, this is what I do. Those people who are publicized like Crowley, look at the people under him who studied under him. I look into their history. Kenneth Grant's one. Jack Parsons was another. Jack Parsons was a rocket scientist. So you know how smart you got to be a rocket scientist? And the series Strange Angel came on CBS. Okay? And it only lasted 2 seasons. In the second season, in the season finale, is when L. Ron Hubbard was coming into the fold. And I'm like, why would they end it there? I think they canceled it for some reason, but L. Ron Hubbard. But anyway, Strange Angel is about his introduction into Thelema. And Crowley. Okay. There's also, if you want to get, it's an okay movie called Crowley. It's about this guy who got possessed by the spirit of Crowley. Okay? And it's not well known. See if I can find it for y'all. Interesting, if you watch the movie or the series Supernatural, Crowley is one of the demons. This is Crowley, the movie. I got mine from Amazon. Okay? Crowley. Not very many people know about this particular movie at all. It's an okay movie. I mean, you know, the concept I thought was cool. Okay? I put a comment on one of your videos that the next live stream I'll be able to have your thoughts on Aleister Crowley. Oh, okay, so it's you. Okay, all right. Peace, the beyond name. Peace, peace, peace. Yes, Jack Parsons, who went on to create the jet propulsion system that helped NASA. Exactly. But Jack Parsons also knew how to do magic. I thought it was very interesting that they did a series about him. Okay. So what I did was look up his works as far as magic was concerned. He has a magical working on how to bring forth Babylon. Okay. The goddess Babylon. 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 Right. Also, the letters that he wrote to a particular woman, those are available also. Let me see if I can find it. I know I have it. I have it somewhere. It's called The Workings of Jack Parsons, if I'm not mistaken. All right, I found it. The Collected Writings of Jack Parsons is the name of it. Okay. The Book of Babylon, the Book of Antichrist, and other writings. All right. This is what it looks like. Collected Writings of Jack Parsons. Liber IL. I can't remember what that is. I can't remember the Roman numerals except for L. I think it's 50. It's been a long time since I had to deal with Roman numerals. The Book of Babylon, 1946. This book contains the record of a magical experiment relating to the invocation of an elemental, the thereafter of the goddess of force called Babylon, and the results thereof. Okay. An appendix contains some details of the method published for the first time. The content should be clear enough to those who are prepared for understanding, and a little study and effort should make it so for those who desire understanding. For the rest, each will no doubt interpret it in accord with his own predilections. Okay, I can't even underline that. I can't highlight it for some reason. Okay, so I'm starting to read, and now let me stop. But anyway, that's one of his books. The other one, Letters to Marjorie Cameron. Okay. This was the woman that he brought forth. He manifested her. It says correspondence between Jack Parsons and his elemental, Marjorie Cameron. Okay. Yeah. It's only 17 pages. Okay. I went and got these two books after I watched Strange Angel. Okay. Is that the movie where the professor pissed in front of his students? Oh, I don't know. Another interesting note is that Amelia. Hey, peace and blessings, Jamie. Amelia Earhart, the famous woman, was dating Aleister Crowley before she disappeared. Really? Now that part I did not know. I had no idea. Thank you for bringing that up. I had no idea. I'm always interested in people who disappear because that's just interesting to me that somebody disappears and nobody ever seen them again. Okay. It was a running joke back in the 80s and 90s about Hoffa, Jimmy Hoffa. Yeah, familiar with that name. Yeah, political figure who was tied in with mobsters. It is interesting to me that nobody knows what happened to this man. And a couple years ago, a movie was made called The Irishman. Now remember, I'm always saying that they tell you things through movies. Through movies. They reveal a lot through movies. And they show what happened to Jimmy Hoffa in The Irishman. Now, isn't that something? Dora, pause. I don't get it. It's like people didn't bat an eye when this happened. When I saw it, I was like, oh, okay, that's what happened to him? Like, did they really show that? It's like so much time has passed, they know the masses really don't care anymore. Sex and Rockets, The Occult World of Jack Parsons is another good one. Okay, I will get that one. Thanks, because there's an interesting movie on Crowley and his close male friend. I would like to know the name of that one so I can peep it. I still want to know the one you're talking about, Cosmic, that teacher pissed in front of his students. I've never heard that before. Now I'm interested. In plain sight, right. But it's funny to me, I saw people praising the movie, The Irishman, praising for the story and for the acting, but nobody said anything. I grew up hearing this man's name. I grew up hearing his name constantly. What happened to Jimmy Hoffa? And then in this movie, they show what happened to him. I was like, oh, okay. And that's why I say, please, please, please pay attention to these movies. These movies, they are not just entertainment. They actually tell you shit. Okay. That's why I love anime, because again, I'm gonna repeat this. Anime is how they teach their civilizations, Koreans and Japanese. This is why they are one step ahead of everybody else. They show spiritual technology in anime. Of course, it's a little exaggerated, all right? But just like the TV shows, like Charmed, there's a lot of information in Charmed. There's a lot of information in Supernatural, especially in Supernatural, the episode called The Hammer of the Gods, if I'm not mistaken. It is season 3, episode 15, if I'm not mistaken. It's called Hammer of the Gods. Okay. Interesting. They show Ganesha. It's a big black man. They show the nature of angels in Supernatural and what they are capable of, and their temperaments and their power, just like they show a lot of stuff in the Magicians. Okay? This pause is everything. Glad you like. Same movie, I'm about to look it up. Love anime. You should. Anime will tell you a lot about spirituality and magic. Walt Disney was a master mason. In Disneyland, there's a special expensive room you can be in the middle of the park. I believe it. I do not doubt that for a second. Again, that's one of those things that's in plain sight. Disneyland. Okay. This is a mass spell. We watched a horror movie, it's a horror movie called Cigarette Burns. And one of the first things that was said is that film in the right hands is a weapon. They've been deceiving people for the longest time about everything. Y'all really think this transmission agenda, or whatever you want to call it, or movement, is new? It's not new. Okay? They've been doing it for years. They have been deceiving the masses for years. They have been swaying people's opinions about certain things for years. This is not new. Okay? It is not new. That's why when you start paying attention to movies and not view them as just entertainment, you see so much more. You may get disturbed, but at least you'll get it. That used to be your favorite shows? Yeah. Exactly. You see what Konami wrote. Disney has the 33 Club for a reason. Where did we just see the 33 at? Where do we just see that at? You know where we saw this at? 3 children, 3 adults died in the last mass shooting. 3 adults, 3 children. Isn't that something? Speaking of stuff that you need to pay attention to, okay? They put it everywhere. So it really is like putting together a puzzle. So with that being said, let me suggest something else, okay? Masters of Horror was a horror anthology done by different horror directors, okay? Each episode was 1 hour and was 2 seasons, all right? And the last one that we watched, I'm sure they said they put this together. I know somebody didn't just come up with this, okay? And think about adrenochrome. Now, it's called the Washingtonians. That's what it's called, the Washingtonians, okay? It's about, well, just watch it. I don't want to give the plot away. It's only an hour, Okay. It's not going to take you long to find it. I promise you. It's not hard to find. Those of you who like American Horror Story, think of American Horror Story Coven. Madame LaRue, I think is her name. She, besides being a horrible person and having slaves, besides that, she was using the blood of melanated people to make herself younger. Okay? It's interesting how they put that stuff in there. Again, people don't bat an eye. They think somebody made this stuff up. And I really do think that a lot of what the master teacher, the elder, Azazel Bey, taught, some of it did come from movies, because he suggested way too many of them to me to prove a point, to get a point across. Like when he told me to watch Alien versus Predator. Again, let me say this. He's the only person out of all the master teachers, he's the only person that had the nerve or had the gall to say what he said. He said that women and men were natural enemies. And that's a war that's been going on the star system of Orion. He said this. Okay? Nobody else said. And I think that's why a lot of people don't pay attention to his works, because he says stuff that seems galactic and far out. Okay? But if you dig deep and study, you'll find out this man was absolutely correct about a lot of stuff. All right? He's the only one that I know of that said not just that, but spoke about Tituba and the Salem witch trials. Okay? By the way, that's another interesting series, Salem. It's on Hulu. Capture the imagination. I never liked Disney. Oh, okay. When I find a movie, I'll post about it. It's about probably early years. Oh yeah, please let me know. Please let me know. Cosmic Chaos, here's my email address. Please let me know what that is. I want to see that. Peace to all time. So don't forget, the Washingtonians. I think the story will trip you the fuck out. The Washingtonians. Washingtonians. Melanin does not make you smart, people. Well, it doesn't. The amount of melanin in your skin has nothing to do with intelligence. I said what I said. Of course, this is my opinion. Melanin is a theory, it's not a fact. If melanin had anything to do with intelligence, well, I ain't gonna say that. I ain't gonna say that. I still see people out here wearing masks, and I'm just like, okay. So they even said they don't do nothing, but people still wearing them. So I just thought I'd throw that out there. Something else I wanted to bring to y'all's attention. This has to do with succubus. Okay. I know I had something in here to talk to y'all about. Let's see. All right. This is called the violet shower. You know that a lot of times there are astral demons. They lower level entities exist on the astral plane. These lower astral entities are looking for emotional events to replay over and manifest in the physical as a ghost. Many lower astral entities stay with you to feed on your soul. They also seek experiences in sex, drugs, or alcohol, or all three. Okay. You always have to be protecting yourself. All right. Always. Always protect yourself. Spiritually, mentally, physically, astrally. Okay. Most of the entities are lower astral. What you can do is get yourself a violet light bulb. The color violet is somewhere around here. That's violet, or let's see. That's a violet plate, purple plate. They call it purple. I think it's closer to violet though. Yeah, that's kind of almost same color. When you take a shower, turn it on in complete darkness. You should know your body well enough to do this. Get yourself a bottle of lavender Castile soap and begin to use your mantras or prayers as you wash from head to toe. Okay. This will clear unwanted entities that may influence your thoughts and your energy. You can pick up these negative alien entities anywhere during a sexual encounter, on the street, visitors in your home, etc., etc. Anytime you are dealing with people, most of them are influenced by entities that they are unaware of. These entities can be picked up from a phone call, your computer, and even people you love. Okay? If you have a violet hand towel and a violet towel to dry yourself, use them. If you have violet sheets and blankets, use them. This is good for a lot of stuff. The color violet, period. This goes inside. All right. Called the violet shower. The letter G in the middle of the Freemason symbol is the 33rd letter in the alphabet if it was cyclical. Yep. Probably Legend of the Beast. Still looking. Okay. What do I think about reparations? Dave Chappelle told you what would happen if they gave black people, I'm saying black people, if they gave black people reparations, Dave Chappelle showed y'all what would happen. A whole bunch of chickens will be bought, a whole bunch of Cadillacs will be bought, you know, a bunch of clothes. They're gonna give people, the designers and all these big companies, they're gonna go right back and give it to them. I honestly believe this too. So that's my thoughts. Dave Chappelle was right. Professor Kaba Hiawatha Kamin wrote books like Spirituality Before Religion and Shabaka Stone, been on an African for the past year. Oh, okay, okay. My thoughts on the Ouija board? The Ouija board is a way to bring in entities. They can use that medium to manifest. They can use that medium to communicate. And usually people are deceived when they use Ouija boards. They usually think it's somebody else, and it's not. That's my thoughts on the Ouija board. There's a movie that came out in the 80s called Witchboard. The Ouija board is a powerful thing, actually. You can use it to communicate. You can use it to communicate during rituals. But be careful, because a lot of trickster spirits like to use that medium. This is why during rituals, you are supposed to draw circles, salt circles, or an astral circle at least. Supposed to keep unwanted things out. My thoughts on the Ouija board. Cleansing is a must. It's hard if you were someone who isn't clean and doesn't see the importance of spirituality. Absolutely. Serious topic. I love violet lavender. I do too. I love that color. Oh, here we go. All right, California Nationals. Before you work with Drac spirits, I'm guessing you mean dark. You have to know what you are doing is not for everyone. Yes, I know that. I do. You can really use that? That's what's up. Incubus and succubus. I need to send you a book, brother man. Succubus are real. I have a technique to summon succubus. I have no need to do it now, but I have done it. I have done it. And in Azazel's book, he has a page on the succubus. I'm trying to find it. I know it's in here somewhere. I just saw it, as a matter of fact. It said the succubus. There we go. I found it. Succubus. He spoke on stuff like this. It can be a good experience. Yeah. If they're not trying to take advantage of you. First sentence, the entity called a succubus is androgynous because sexuality does not exist on the astral plane. The succubus can change its energetic field to fit a male or female. Some of them live inside your pineal gland as ghosts, especially if your pineal is calcified. Calcification can occur from the food and water you drink because they represent the thoughts you have. You eat the food that best fits your mind pattern. That's what makes it so easy to read minds. Fried chicken. Fried chicken, y'all. Arsenic batter is in parentheses. Is a major player in calcification of the pineal gland. So I know a lot of people don't want to hear that, but teacher said it. I'm so focused on my spirituality that I would spend my reparations on spiritual supplies, fixing my credit, and fixing my home. That's what I'm talking about. Here we go again. Black American Mid-Atlantic Movement. If I work on Wall Street, what is a good form of magic I can use to help me out? Dora pause. I don't know. All right. I'm not here to give out Wall Street tips. Do I sense the energy weapons here in Texas? I do. I do. I look up in the sky all the time. I used to work with nothing but angelic entities, but I found out while being under spiritual attack that darker energies can bring you the justice you need when your attackers deal with very hard dark. Balance is the key. So magic is magic is magic is magic. Magic is neither good nor evil, okay? It's not positive nor negative. It is absolutely neutral. It is all on the practitioner. All right. It's all on the practitioner. Okay. What you use it for. All right. All right. I am going to have to wrap this up. We are going to be live on Clubhouse in less than an hour. So thank y'all here. My opinion on using blood as an offering to spirits. Dramatic results. I have spoken about this before, but it can work. Like I said, unpredictable and dramatic results. Unpredictability. Okay. Use it with spirits, danger, demons, or angels. They will connect. They will attach to you by using blood as the life force. So thank y'all for joining me today. Peace and blessings. Everybody who've attended, I hope you have a great rest of your day. I will be back later on this week. Hopefully this was helpful. Have a good evening. Anubis, Jamie, Cosmic Chaos, Moonfeather, Kunami, Caribbean Grimoire, High Priestess K, Garcia Vega, Ty, LMR, Oliver McNeary, Anubis, everybody who've attended, thank you. I appreciate your attendance. Again, I got to get out of here and prepare for our clubhouse meeting, our clubhouse poetry night. Okay. And I will see y'all next time. And as always, the one and only, the enigmatic, the one and only mystical and magical Magick LaCroix. See y'all next time. As always, namaste.